said on my previous video that it's gonna be a lot of new subjects. So today I choose your chance to ascend into 5D. And the music I choose is to regenerate the spiritual reset. So let's start. We've been in full direct connection with the central sun for a few days. This means we are continuously absorbing high-frequency photon particles. It's very important to be aware of this. Our DNA is being updated and reprogrammed. Blocks that have binding and limited so far are removed. This never happened before. This process obviously requires a deep cleansing of the matrix and the physical body. Know that the memories of pain stored in our thin bodies belonging to other incarnations are now awakened and reactivated all at once. What does this mean? The only way to heal memories of pain is to relieve those memories. Repeating information, meaning a situation, cancels it. And this information of pain disappears as if it ever existed in us. It's important to understand this precisely because these days we are solving ancient and very ancient knots, even if only in minutes. We are reliving and solving massive amounts of trauma and fears in a few moments, instantly. This is why these days we may have even more amplified emotions and overlapping that come and go and that dominate our entire being. Until interacting with the physical body and from him to expel the toxins of these painful memories. The physical body has many ways to unload this information of pain, but first of all, it's tears. Crying is precious because it is liberating. Let the pain out. Whether it's a cry of joy, of concussion, or of sadness, let it act. Resistance to change has been permanently abandoned. If you still continuous sicknesses, please know this is perfectly normal. Especially linked to the first three chakras, which are commonly referred to as gut viruses that therefore involved diarrhea and vomiting, are simply mechanisms to release such energy work in progress. Migraines mean subtle work in the mental plane for those who are very rigid, rational, very mind-bound. And it may also have continuous disturbance or pressures on the top of the head, temples, and back of the head. Chest pain and mild tachycardia are simply unlocking of the fourth chakra, which happens gradually for each one. The throat is under pressure at this time precisely because communication is missing right now. This is why blocks related to the fifth chakra are removed, and this could cause voice lowering, difficulty speaking, sore throat, or simply need to remain silent. Know that the nervous system is brought to the limits of endurance in this energy shift. So, insomnia or difficulty sleeping, it's perfectly normal. And in the astral, we're disposing of everything. So, dreams are loaded. The important thing is to understand what is happening. Understanding brings relief and gives peace of mind. Those who don't feel any of this, it's fine. It means that you have already completed these processes. Everything is always absolutely subjective. It depends on what the soul has chosen to do here in this incarnation. But it's really important to understand the immense work our body is doing lately. So far, the central sun has worked intermittently, precisely to prepare us for such a direct, intense, and continuous connection with source energy. This is what's happening now. So, in these previous years, we have been prepared for this exact moment. The continuous illnesses we've had over the years have been a preparation for the deep work that is now coming to an end. It's fair to point out that whoever started this journey years ago has now come to the conclusion of this karmic cleansing, and DNA it's so easily reactivated in no time. For those who have never worked before, obvious they will now have more difficulty absorbing these processes, but will be accompanied gradually. This is to say that there is absolutely no deadline for ascension. In the next few years, anyone will have the chance to ascend in the 5D. Surely, those who will find themselves starting an inner work will have more difficulty than those who have already started it. This is simply because the frequencies are increasing rapidly. And for this reason, the energy of pain can no longer remain in this reality. So, you will be stimulated to heal at all costs. Sometimes gently, sometimes decisively and resolutely. Those who still live in the low frequencies will find themselves in an increasingly difficult place there, and you will have to start the inner work or choose to abandon this reality and proceed in the third dimension. Every soul chooses and will choose what is best for their evolution. In this, we are being guided and cared for by higher dimensions. So let's thank these precious days when our body literally gives way to our soul. Oh, this is so beautiful. I have to repeat. So let's thank these precious days when our body literally gives way to our soul. A body that's cracking up to rebuild itself in the new energy union. Again, it's too beautiful. I have to repeat. A body that's cracking up to rebuild itself in the new energy union. Let's love the self even more. And let's honor the self. It's the tool that lets us be here doing what we have to do. Our body from now on will undergo great healing and transformations simply because the healing inner work we've done so far, it's now materializing. The matter is ready to receive the soul. It's beautiful. The matter is ready to receive the soul. And it becomes manifestation of it, joyful and divine. And it's just the beginning. Happy rebirth, my dear loved ones.